Hey everybody in Facebook world, Twitter world, YouTube world, Instagram world, whatever the heck world you're seeing this on. It is me again. You're probably sick of me now, Tanya Hiltz from Cloud Business Services and Tanya's Bookkeepers Bootcamp. And today on day 2 of the Vendor Day at Scaling New Heights here in Orlando, I am with Devin from Veem. So,
hello.
Say hello, Devin.
My name's Devin. I'm the Senior Account Executive on the Accounting Channel and Partnerships Channel at Veem. I'm also from Canada, so we have that special bond.
Neighbors, literally just hours
neighbors.
away, just a few hours apart from each other.
So that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome. Awesome. No, and that's great. And I have to say, I've been working with Veem for quite some time. Their largest office is in Silicon Valley. It's Silicon Valley, but their head office is in Canada, and that's where they were founded. So just a little interesting tidbit for other Canadians out there. So, yeah, whereabouts? So first off, where are you guys? What booth number are you guys here?
So we're booth number 27 here at Scaling New Heights 2022. We're 2022 still, yeah.
Awesome. So if you're looking for them, pretty much in the middle of the hall, but look for the bill.com and just go, I don't know what way north and south is. We have been here too long, but just go towards the back of the hall, find bill.com and come just towards the back, and you'll literally bump right into them. So yeah, I can't miss them.
Just make sure you come talk to us first.
So yeah, exactly. They've actually got some really cool swag. So if you come for the swag, but make sure you stay and talk to them. So for those people who don't know what Veem is, I do because I've been using you guys a long time. Why don't you tell everybody what Veem is and what you guys do?
So Veem, I'll give you my whole spiel. Veem's an AP, sometimes AR solution. Our goal is to really become your all-in-one solution for your clients' payables, receivables, integrations. We do international and domestic payments. You have multiple different options. And then we integrate back with whatever accounting suite you're on. So if you're on QuickBooks, Xero, NetSuite, we're going to do all the automatic reconciliation for you. So you're going to work out of that platform. It's going to communicate over into our platform, and then we're going to facilitate the financial aspect of the transaction.
Awesome. So you guys handle domestic payments,
Yep.
international payments.
Yep.
How many countries are you in right now?
130, I believe we can send to, and then
Awesome.
sending out of, I'm not entirely sure, but it's upwards of 20, I believe.
Yeah,
Don't quote me on it.
The stats are on the website, the actual numbers on the website, but I do
Yeah.
believe I recall 130 is still
Yeah.
that number. So I think you're right on
Might
that
be
one.
138 now, to be honest.
Oh, that's awesome. And the one thing that I love about you guys is you're able to do things cheaper and quicker because they use blockchain technology. And this was my first introduction to blockchain technology was through Veem, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really, really cool. So yeah, how many days is it to do the transfers?
So right now our timeline on payments is 3 to 4 business days. Obviously, first-time payments, you have to establish that relationship between the payer and the counterparty, but once that first payment's gone through, you've established a relationship, that's when you can really rely on that timeline and plan accordingly.
Absolutely. And is it the same for domestic?
Same for domestic.
Same for domestic. Yeah. Now, I will just let the Canadians know I don't know much about the Americans, so you'll have to correct me on that. But in Canada, things do take long because of government regulations.
Yep.
It is not them. There are certain government regulations that the Canadian Payment Association makes them follow. And if they want to stay in business, they kind of have to follow them. And I'm sure it's the same thing with the U.S., right?
It's similar, yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely limitations, but we've kind of worked around those limitations in order to get to that 3 to 4 business day timeline.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you don't have to sit there and worry if you're making a payment, again, us Canadians, or again, in the US, if you're dealing with somebody overseas, you don't have to worry about, okay, I can't even reconcile this until I see the amount coming out of my bank account to figure out what that exchange is, because it's just all there. This is what I want to send, or this is what I want to receive. Here's the currency I want to send or receive it in, and boom, it's going. It's really easy.
And it's locked in, right? So as soon as you start making the payment, as soon as it pulls over from whatever accounting system you're using, that exchange rate, as long as you're doing multi-currency technology, is locked in for the entirety of the payment. So it's not fluctuating.
And that's amazing, because I know when I do a credit card payment, pay something else, and when I'm here in the States, I see an authorization for X number of dollars, but that's not the same amount that actually goes through on my credit card.
Yeah.
It's different because it depends on the exchange as of the moment it is processed.
Yep.
So that's really good. So it makes reconciling so much easier, which is amazing. Amazing. And you guys have a partner program you want to talk about too, right?
We do. So like I said, I work in the accounting and partnership space here at Veem, and we have a partner program through an affiliate that we use. So any accountant that comes on, there's a rev share agreement. So you're going to get 20% revenue, shared rev, for the first year that you're on the platform, and then any client that you bring on to our platform. So, I mean, if you bring on your book of business, count how many clients you have, and then add $100 for each client. So you're going to get $100 for every client that you bring onto the platform.
Yep, and that's awesome. And where they're really good and where I use them, before I put my QuickBooks to multi-currency and started changing that, I didn't do a lot of transactions in the States, so it really wasn't worth it. I mean, we've got, on the boot camp side is all I did and some of the things that, my templates and whatnot. And so it wasn't worth it for me to do that. So if I'm invoicing through QBO, it's invoicing in Canadian dollars, they're paying me Canadian dollars, and I'm like, oh great. So it's great for the Americans, they got a great deal, but not so great for me. And what I did is I used Veem, and I just went in there, sent an invoice from Veem. Essentially, you can send the invoice, have it look the same, and it will come through in bill again in the US dollars. So you don't have to do any workarounds if you don't want to have a multi-currency account, because you just don't do a lot of transactions, and that's great. And then of course, if you've got clients that have volumes of transactions, again, it makes it easier, and you're able to save your clients money, which makes you look like a hero.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, who doesn't want to be your client's hero? That's what we're in business for,
That's
right?
right.
So,
that's right.
Absolutely. And so, was there anything else you wanted to let anybody know before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you're not overly familiar with the options or optionality of payments in the U.S. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of clients in the U.S. We're at a conference in the U.S.
Absolutely.
But a lot of companies don't necessarily have all these different options, and then also include the international payment aspect. But we can send paper check payments on your behalf in the U.S. So benefit to that is your vendors that still really want to receive a paper check, they can still get that, but then you as the accountant get all the functionality of an electronic solution. We also have the option of sending a direct deposit ACH, so that your vendor doesn't have to lift a finger, there's no action item. And then third option would be, if you don't have all your vendors' information, you can still send them a payment only using their email address, and they can enter their details on their behalf.
Yep.
Right? So there's a lot of options and kind of customizability there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It really does make it easy and beautiful. So, yeah. So just as we wrap things up, I know you guys you at home and you here have seen the puppies around. Veem is a sponsor of one of the puppies, so we will have these available for some lucky person who wants to adopt a puppy. And these puppies are very easy. They do not require walking. They do not require food. They just require some little loves now and then. And so $50 from this puppy is going to Regal Freedom Project. So you're definitely, they're supporting a social cause. And I've had a few people ask, do they have to buy the puppies? No, Veem has bought this puppy for you, for somebody. And all that we just do is all their social is on here. We just ask that you turn around and send that out and thank them and give them acknowledgement for helping to support such an amazing cause. And, take the puppy home, keep it on your desk, give it to your child. If you have a dog, you give it to your dog. Your dog might tear it apart, so I don't know if you want your, your real dog eating your new dog, but hey, that's up to you. Anyway, don't forget, stop by, check them out, and we will see you later. Have fun. Bye.
Yeah.